Welcome back, trainers. So something actually extremely incredible happened to me, which we're going to be taking a look at the end of this video. But before we do take a look at that, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these Darkrai duos here. So I was able to find a partner. They have a pretty strong fighting team to go up against Darkrai. One Conkeldurr maxed out and then 5 Lucario, so pretty impressive. So what I wanted to do was start off with my anchors and just see the performance of Conkeldurr. This was, I would say, a practice run. I wanted to survive the whole duration without having to re-lobby. So I was a little spotty on my dodges, but you're going to see a successful no lobby after a couple of these here. And after this one, we're going to take a look at all fairy types. Now this is in cloudy weather, of course. And I have the 2 maxed out Conkeldurrs, and then the Lucarios to back it up, of course, with Aura Sphere and then counter on them. So this is not that difficult, folks, if you do have the fighting team to go up against them. Lucario is absolutely amazing, of course. If you go up against the Focus Blast, that's going to be extremely deadly. The easiest moveset is going to be Dark Pulse, by far, because your fighting types are going to be resisting that. Shadow Ball is probably going to be one of the most difficult ones to duo. We were not, I don't think we actually found one of those. So this one is going to be the fairy type. So I do have the 2 Togekiss, and then followed up by the 3 Gardevoirs, of course, with all fairy moves. So I did have to TM them over, which is not a problem anymore, because I am sitting on a mountain of charge TMs because of Go Battle League. Getting those 4 wins in a row for the premium, I was able to finally stack up a ton of these charge TMs, as you've probably seen in my last video when I was just TMing random shadow Pokemon, getting rid of that frustration move during that Team Go Rocket event that we did have in the 3-hour period in which you were able to TM away frustration. So this specific Darkrai does have Focus Blast, so it is going to be boosted in that cloudy weather, but the Togekiss, being the flying and fairy type it is going to be double resisting it, so it can tank through those, even though that Focus Blast is doing massive damage. And then the Gardevoirs as well are going to be double resisting it, being fairy and then psychic as well, although Togekiss is going to be a lot tankier to take those hits. So in comes the Gardevoirs here. I could make another one to have a full team. I just find it unnecessary at the moment. I will get to powering one up later. I do have a Togekiss in the Ultra League sitting around 2400 or so. I could power that up, but that's obviously my Ultra League Togekiss. I do have a few more Gardevoirs, but I just feel like it's unnecessary at this point. Maybe I can get myself a Shadow Ralts, and then they're going to have that whole TM away frustration event roll around again, because at the moment, Shadow Gardevoir is going to be the best fairy type attacker by far. It is absolutely amazing. These Shadow Pokemon are killer, folks. So I do want to power up and completely max out a Shadow Pokemon to go up against raids. As you've seen, I did completely max out my Shadow Mawile, and I love the performance. I've been testing out different team compositions in the Go Battle League, so I'm definitely happy with that Shadow Pokemon investment. Very expensive, but it was a fun project, especially to bring you guys the performance and, you know, have a better understanding as to, are Shadow Pokemon even worth it? Is it gimmicky? Some Pokemon are not worth it, but some are just going to be performing that much better, of course, with that defense drop. So the Darkrai is going to be regaining health here in just a second. I think it already did. That was the little bit of an issue that we ran into, but nonetheless, we were still able to, there it went. It just healed up just a little bit, and that was making it so we were barely able to finish it with the fairy type. So really close one there. And yeah, so no shiny. Okay, all right, so for the next one here, this is going to be the last duo that we're going to see, and then we're going to look at a few Go Battle League battles here, taking a look at Shadow Mawile yet again, and you're going to see what happened to me. Absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. So yet again, I'm going to be going in with Conkeldurrs, and like I previously stated in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be trying to last the whole duration without re-lobbying. So this is going to require me to do quite a bit of dodging. You're going to see me dodging some of the quick moves. That's because Dark Pulse is kind of fast, and I was anticipating a possible Dark Pulse, so just over dodging some of those quick moves in preparation of a charge move, just to be safe, because I didn't want to sit here and you know, have them sit here and try this over and over again. So just over dodging. It is going to cost me the damage, as well as starting off with my tanks and not Lucario. But that's okay. Not trying to get the damage here, just trying to survive as long as I can. I don't know if anybody's actually done this. Really haven't looked around YouTube. Let me know if you've seen a duo where somebody was able to survive the whole duration without relobbying. Now, if they did have, say, a full team of Conkeldors, whoever does have those, and the Darkrai did have Dark Pulse, that shouldn't be an issue. You'd probably have to dodge a few times, but as you can see here, that Conkeldor just took a Dark Pulse, and it was not doing too much damage. It will eventually chip away, so you're still going to have to dodge even if you had a full team of Conkeldors. The Lucarios obviously are going to be doing more damage with that counter and Aura Sphere, but they're going to be a little bit more squishy than the Conkeldor, having so much more stamina than the Lucario. So just continuing on here. Now, I'm really going to have to be careful, and I was actually shadow hit, so I would have been able to have even more Pokemon left over after this if it did not glitch up and do this, but I decided to just continue on here because, well, I didn't have to relobby, so mission complete, right? So just continuing on here. Lucario is absolutely amazing. So at this point, I do have 5 of them maxed out. 4 of them are going to be completely maxed out, and then the last one is going to be in the Ultra League, so right under 2400 CP. It is still doing more damage than Machamp at under that CP level with that Lucario. Pretty awesome, and significantly as well. So I was able to completely stay in here without having to relobby, which is pretty impressive. I was proud of that. So Conkeldor is an absolute beast. No shiny. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these Go Battle League battles here. So we're starting it off with the Azumarill, and we're met with an Altaria. This is you know, a good matchup, of course. We all know this. So just anticipating a switch here. So possibly after they use their charge move here. And there it goes. And they switch into Swampert, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Venusaur. We do not need to shield anything. If they hit us with an Earthquake, sure. If they hit us with a Sludge Wave, that still works too. I got off this Frenzy Plant before they can get off a Hydro Cannon, because I do want to maintain that switch advantage. They do bring in their Altaria, and we're going to be able to go for that Sludge Bomb, doing a lot of damage. I really like that Venusaur, of course. Now we're going to go ahead and enter back in with the Azumarill and go for the Ice Beam, and they do decide to shield it up, so we still are up 2 shields at this point. And I decide to shield this up just to keep the Azumarill healthy here. And they do decide to switch into the Registeel, and let's go with the Shadow Mawile. We've seen this situation before. So doing a lot of damage with that Fire Fang, and then the Power Up Punch is going to just increase that damage even more, right? As well as doing super effective damage with that Power Up Punch. Not very much damage, but still every little bit helps. They do bring in their Altaria. We're just going to go ahead and go for Power Up Punch and just continue to chuck away with those Fire Fangs. And we're able to take the Sky Attack here, and then take the win with Mawile. Hurrah, let's go! Alright, on to our next opponent here, starting it off with Mawile again, and we're met with a Meganium. Not good at all. So we do switch into Mawile, in which they're going to be switching into Altaria. Now I go for the Dazzling Gleam. I need to get into the habit of going for Power Up Punch, building up to a Dazzling Gleam, and then going for Power Up Punch to bait the shield. Because it is quite devastating when you get off a Dazzling Gleam and they shield it up, in which I could have almost one-shotted it, or at least burned the shield and then went for a Dazzling Gleam, and if they shield it up twice, then sweet, they're down to 0 shields. So at this point, we're going to be going in with the Azumarill going Ice Beam. Now we still have 2 shields, so it's not horrible or anything. Expecting a Frenzy Plant and switching into Venusaur to catch that. They do decide to stay in here. Obviously, they're going to be going for Earthquake. So we're just going to go for that super effective Sludge Bomb. They use their last shield here. And it's a big indication that if they're not switching, they either have something in the back that's probably weak to Venusaur, or they just have something up their sleeve. And it is going to be a Registeel. We go for that Sludge Bomb. We're locked in here. And we're just going to go for another Frenzy Plant, or a Frenzy Plant at this point. you're better off going for Frenzy Plant up against a Registeel with your Venusaur instead of Sledge Bomb. It's just going to be doing more damage at the end of the day. And then we're going to be entering in with our Azumarill with pretty much full health here and 1 shield. Shielding this up here. And I was deciding what I should do. Build up a little bit more energy and then go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump. And then hopefully we're able to get to a Ice Beam. But unfortunately, I should have farmed a little bit more on the Registeel, and then I would have been able to hit them with that Ice Beam. Yeah, we take a loss there. And check it out, folks. I was able to get myself an actual shiny Darkrai in the Go Battle League. Absolutely incredible. Getting a shiny legendary via PvP. I was at a gas station. It was almost midnight. I had to go out and grab something really quick, and I wanted to finish off my battles before the night, and I decided to do so in the parking lot, and this is what I was met with, a shiny Darkrai. So previously for the raids, I did about, I'd say, around 25 to 30, and obviously no shiny, but then when I'm just rushing to do this last minute PvP before midnight, I was able to get myself a shiny at 15-15. Let's go, folks! So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Absolutely incredible that I got that shiny. Let's take a look at the journal there. There you go. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.